I welcome you to this lesson. I am teacher Katimo Richard, teaching mathematics. In the previous lesson, I introduced a topic called set concepts. We looked at different types of sets. And today we are continuing with the same. This time round, we are talking about interpretation of information in the Venn diagram or different Venn diagrams, and the examples are here. I urge you to follow and see how you can deal with the Venn diagram, especially things concerning identifying elements from the same Venn diagrams. Shall look at the first example that tells you to study the Venn diagram below in order to answer accordingly. Study the Venn diagram below and answer accordingly. So as we study, we see two sets, Z and Y, whereby the members are entered. Here one must know that members that belong to both are actually put in the middle, which on the other hand called the intersection of the two sets, that is Z and Y. So Z intersection Y is equal to 1, 5, whereas the whole set Z, as we see, this circle has got members. If I try to list in order, we'll have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 as members. Then set Y has got its members, if listed in order, that is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, as we are going to answer according to every part here. The first part, that is part A, says find set Z, meaning list all the members of set Z, and this is the way it is done. Look at the entire set. Remember 1 and 5 belong to both. So if at all you are asked to answer to actually list any members of a particular set, 1 and 5 must be included. So set Z, like I said in the study, is equal to 1, 2, 5, 6, 4, but it's better to list them in order. That is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then you write it in this form. Remember, in the first lesson, we said all members in the set must be enclosed in curly brackets, and here they are. You open and close. Don't use other kinds of brackets, that's ordinary brackets, but curly brackets. And they actually used in only sets. So you say set Z equals, open the curly brackets and write 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then close the curly brackets. Remember, even if one did not list in order, so long as all the members are included, you can as well say set Z equals 2, 6, 4, 1, 5, according to your wish, but still it's been better and shows how systematic you may be or a learner is when you list in order. And then they will say, part B, find elements of set Y. Find elements of set Y. So again, look at the entire circle of set Y and identify the members in that particular circle. Say set Y equals 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Set Y equals 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's what you write here. Please, they must be enclosed in curly brackets like I said before. Say set Y equals 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. In so doing, you will have answered that question. Before you look at part C, that tells you to find members of set Y only. Set Y only is, on the other hand, termed as set Y take away Z. So when we take away the whole Z, remaining members are 7, 3, 9, You can as well write them in order, that is 3, 7, 9. So this sector is the one termed as Y only. All Y take away Z. One can also say members of Z complement. Members outside set Z. Remember, in the previous lesson we said complement of a set means members that are outside a given set. Now when I say Z complement, I mean members outside Z, meaning I will hide all members of set Z like I've done, then the complement of set Z contains 3, 7, 9 as members. So it can be called Y only, Y take away all minus Z. You can as well say Z complement. So in this case, they are saying set Y only. So we say set Y only lists those same members, that is 3, 7, 9. Such work is found on page 16 up to page 22, and it's the one I'm discussing of your very book. That is the workbook you got from school. If you haven't got yet, devise means to get it and then follow these YouTube lessons successfully, and thereafter be a successful learner as well. Then part D says find members of set Z, take away Y. Find members in set Z, take away Y, meaning hide the entire Y. Well, the members hidden now. The members seen are 2, 6, 4, or 2, 4, 6, or 6, 4, 2. Any order is correct. It's better then to list it or list them in order that is ascending or descending. So 2, 4, 6, or 6, 4, 2. You will be perfect that way. So you say members in set Z take away Y are 2, 4, 6, and please don't forget to enclose them in curly brackets, and that is the mark. Got. Then you say find number of elements. Remember I said when n is out here, it calls for counting and spreaders. Number of elements in set Z union Y. Some people call Z Z. Let me try to say the same. Number of elements set Z union Y. So whenever you see number of elements outside, it tells you to count. And because it does so, you first list the elements in the set Z union Y. And remember, union of sets is a combination of of 2 or more than 2 sets together without necessarily repeating any member, and that is what's called uniting them. That's the unity of sets, which is called a union set. So Z union Y, you list all the members you see united in Z, and Y, you say Z union Y equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That is what I've listed here. Set Z union Y equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And now you are being told to count them because n outside says do the counting. That is the number of elements. Now that they are here, do the counting. Count together as you watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why we say therefore. This is a similar means therefore. Number of elements in set Z union Y is equal to 8. Remember this 8 that comes after counting must never bear any unit, and then 2 must never be put in brackets. So don't put brackets because this is just the number of this one. So when do we put curly brackets? When we are listing. Then after counting, this one is read as number of elements in set Z union Y equals 8. It will be a repetition when we say elements or members, because this one is already read as number of elements, number of members, number of elements, that's it. number of members. So don't put the word members after the 8, leave it like that, underline and go. In that way, you will be able to answer a question like that, where members are actually put into a Venn diagram by the examiner for you to just come and identify to get a maximum marks. So then we go to example number 2 today. Use the Venn diagram below and answer the questions. Use the Venn diagram below and then answer the questions. Now you have got the Venn diagram here. After that Venn diagram is found on page 17 of that workbook of first term of your class P4. And now they are giving us set W and set Z or set Z according to the way you want to pronounce it. So set W has got members in this circle, that is boy, mother, baby and child. And then set Z or Z has got baby, small set got from set A. And in the first lesson we said such sets are called subsets, because a subset is a small set got from a big one. Here they'll ask you, how are the two sets A and Q related? You say set Q is a subset of set A. How are the two sets related? You say set Q is a subset of set A. Now, if that is true, then let's study like we've been asked to, and then answer accordingly. Members in set Q are 1, 2, 5. Then it is again the intersection of A and Q. Why? All members in Q are actually inside A. That's why we're saying it is a subset. So what are the members of set A then? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So list whatever is inside set A, then you have identified the members of set A. Again, you must know that when members are entered into the Venn diagram, don't put any comma. But when they are put out of the Venn diagram, you put a comma as you are listing. So then part A reads, list the members of set A. Like I've listed, I said, include all the members of set Q, as well as that are outside set Q, because set Q is a small set that's actually coming from set A. So we say set A equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Like it is here. We say set A equals, open the curly brackets and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and close. And that's all. Nobody has asked you to count. Just do list as instructed. And then part B tells you to find number of elements in set Q. I will not forget to tell you, you must ever be organized in your book. Because if you are not organized, you also hate what you are writing. And now, who will love it? Ensure you love what you have written. That's when people do love what you have written that day. So I've got a question will be like I've said, find number of elements in set Q. Like I said, when I've got number of elements for a particular set, array that set first, meaning first list the members before you do the set counting, and go back then to look at the set Q, which encloses 1, 2, 5. Write set Q equals 1, 2, 5, each with a comma, and now count them 1, 2, 3. Why? This number calls for counting. You say that from number of elements set Q is equal to 3. Remember not to put the 3 in curly brackets. In so doing, you'll be a very successful P4 member, and no one will hate teaching such a good child like you. Part C, how many members do not belong to set Q? How many members do not belong to set Q? Like I said before, members that are not belonging to a particular set make the complement of that particular set. So they're asking for set Q complement, meaning hide all the members in set Q you remain with 3, 4, 6, 9. Therefore, you say set Q complement equals 3, 4, 6, 9. But somebody says how many? So you're asking for number. So number of elements set Q complement is equal to, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go together. 1, 2, 3, 4. I say this symbol or sign means therefore. You conclude and say therefore number of elements set Q complement. Show that thing mean they don't belong to Q, which is actually meant to be for that particular question. You have answered them. There's when you count, please, there's when you just list. That is in accordance with what the examiner wants. So what the examiner or what the question requires you of doing must then be done. You go to part D, says work out the number of subsets in set Q. This time around, they are in need of number of subsets which were actually introduced in the lesson before this one. And now, in order for you to find the number of subsets in a particular set, first identify the elements in the same set. Now, set Q. So the members are 1, 2, 5. So first list them here and say set Q encloses or harbors or contains or consists of 1, 2, 5. You carry back the speech with a comma. And now you are asking for number of subsets. You want the number of subsets, not number of elements this time. So number of subsets, we said equals to index n. And we say n here, or you say power n according to you, or exponent n according to the way teacher taught you. But I prefer reading it as 2 index n, where n means number of elements in a given set. What's that given set? Set Q. How many elements? Count together. 1, 2, 3. Replace that n with 3, so that you say 2 index 3, or 2 to the power 3. Or 2 exponent 3. Now says the third power of 2. You are free. Or third index of 2. And where 2 cubed means multiplication of that 2 repeatedly, but thrice. So we say 2 times 2 times 2. Ensure 3 is not involved. You actually write that 2 against itself thrice. Count it. 1, 2, 3. So that is 2 times 2 times 2. I repeat, 2 cubed. We never meant 2 times 3. No. Please, never say 2 times 3. Please, write that 2 is against itself 3 times. That's 2 times 2 times 2. Before you multiply accurately, that is 2 times 2, which is the 4. If 4 times 2, you get 8. Therefore, set Q contains 8 subsets. And remember, we learned how to list them in the previous lesson. And now we are getting how many they are. Again, it was introduced to you before we came with that. So it is a matter of revision so that you are still updated about what we did. Then part number 4 says, given a set P equals these members A, B, C, D, E. Given a set P equals A, B, C, D, E. And then they tell you set Q equals B, D, F, D, H. These are the members. Now, they are telling you to come with the Venn diagram here. Come with the Venn diagram. The Venn diagram is done very well. These were dashes before I feed in. It's the dash, a dash, a dash. And now they are telling you to complete, meaning the node is incomplete. Whatever given information in terms of sets like P and Q are given, the first thing is to identify members that are common. So you will find out that there is B here and it is here. So you tick and tick B, and then there's D and D, tick B and D. They are the members you fill in the intersection. So B was already filled in, so this dash goes for writing D. So do you write D? And then after writing D, you have identified the intersection of the two sets. Then see or look out for the members that remain in P alone. That's P only. Already we ticked B and D, so we are remaining with A, C, E. You write here A, C, so the A and C were given, so meaning this dash is that E. So show that E, and then see what is remaining in Q alone. Already B and D are identified in the intersection. Then we are remaining with F, D, H. So F and D were already in. So do you write that H as easy as that? In so doing, we have complete Venn diagram, and nobody will have any date with you on that part. Before part B is read. Now read it. Find the members of set P only, meaning P alone, without interfering with Q. So P only has got ACE, and therefore you say set P only equals ACE in curly brackets. Remember the commas after listing or writing any member in the listing method of a particular set. So set P only equals open curly brackets and say A comma C comma E, and then close, and then read part C that says find number of elements in set Q union P. Find the number of elements set Q union P, meaning you write them before you count them. So this is the way it's done. Q union P, write all. It's better write them alphabetically so that I don't forget any. That's why I said A, B, C, D, E, F, D, H. So you say Q union P equals A, B, C, D, E, F, D, H, into the comma, and then enclose in curly brackets, and again do the counting because this one calls for number of elements. So therefore number of elements set P union Q equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and write 8 there. Remember not to include it in curly brackets. You will be a good and successful person. So I said you will look at pages 16 all the way to 22 in that book. That is the workbook you have. You will be successful in sets, and that marks the end of our set concepts as a topic, and in so doing you will be able to answer every piece of work in P4 about set concepts. And I am teacher Katimbo Richard that has taught you that. For more information about the same teacher Katimbo Richard, reach him on 0776 251655. I said 0776 251655 or Airtel number 07572 33066. I repeat, 07572 33066. Otherwise, stay safe.